Hello everyone, my name is Alberto, welcome back to my channel. In this video I will show you how to make a tote bag from start to finish. First of all, I got this denim fabric. It's an old denim piece that I had left over, I don't even know from where. And this cotton strap, this is a wide cotton strap. I showed you this in the apron video. It's just a cotton twill 4 centimeters wide that we're gonna use as straps. First of all, I'm not gonna iron the fabric because it's really unnecessary, but we're gonna start by creating the main body of the bag. It's gonna be composed of 2 rectangles, the front and the back, and then we're gonna have a strip connecting them that will create the depth of the bag. This is an old tote bag that it's very dirty because I use it for my pottery class, but you can see it's very simply made. It's 2 pieces of fabric with 2 straps made out of the same fabric. In this case, this is sort of a standard one. It's, to me, is a bit too long, so I'm gonna take it as an example and make it slightly more square. I'll show you the measurements I came out with in a second, but basically it's almost a square. It's just slightly longer, and this gives it a whole different image. So what I ended up with was this rectangle, and it's 40 centimeters in width and it's 43 centimeters in height. This includes the seam allowance, it includes the hem at the top, it includes everything. So we're just gonna cut 2 of these. And then I want to attach the strap all the way on the length of the bag, not just at the edges. And by doing that, I also want to include a little pocket on one of the sides. So I'm gonna decide roughly where to put my straps and mark that position. And this, the easiest way when you have to place something that's straight is just basically to create 2 notches, one at the top and one at the bottom. This is the outside edge where I'm gonna place the strap, and that way you don't even have to pin it because it's not that long. So you can just hold it over those 2 notches, and that will basically help you just sew it straight. It has quite a bit of body. It's not a very flimsy strap, so it's quite easy to just place it there, and it's gonna sit there, and you can just sew it on top. So anyway, I'm gonna mark that, and I marked both the outside and inside end of the strap, and this is because the pocket I'm gonna do, I want it to sit in the middle, so that way the edges of the pocket are completely covered by the strap. So again, for the pocket, I'm making up absolutely all the measurements. It's basically slightly shorter than the bag, obviously, but it's still gonna be quite a long pocket because otherwise it would look weird. And the width of the pocket is absolutely decided by the straps. Then I'm gonna mark the width of the bag and the length of the bag, and this is for the strip I told you before that's gonna go all around. I'm gonna establish a width of these strips. I want it to be 6 centimeters when it's finished, which means I have to add 2 centimeters for seam allowance. So it's gonna be 8 centimeter tall, and the length is going to be exactly the one of the bag, so we're going to need 2 for the sides, so 2 will be 43 centimeters by 8 and 1 will be 40 centimeter by 8. So these are the edges of our bag, and this is the pocket, and this is how it's gonna work. So we have our pocket that will go on the face of our bag, we have 2 sides, 1 bottom, and then the strap that's basically gonna go in the middle and cover all the edges, so it's gonna look great. So once we have all our pieces, we can measure our straps. This I absolutely done by eye, so I cannot really give you an exact measurement, but you can tell, as you see, when you place it how you can make it longer or shorter if you prefer. And once that's done, I'm just gonna place it against the rest and just cut the other piece to the same length. Once that's done, I'm gonna iron everything out and start by joining the long strips, so the two sides, to the bottom of the bag. Just sewing them together. And then I'm going to finish them. I also folded back 2 centimeters edge on the pocket, and I'm overlocking the hem to finish it so it won't fray. And since I'm there, I'm also overlocking the 2 seams I just did on the edge, like so. That way we're gonna have a finished strip. So I'm also folding them to one side. In my case, I did both to the center, so they're gonna be both at the bottom, and I'm just stitching them down. I'm also hemming the pocket. Now I'm gonna place the pocket at the bottom first, just centering it. And once that's done, I'm just gonna sew, basically using the foot of the sewing machine as a guide on the edge in order to just basically stick them in place so they're not gonna move. And now using my notches, I'm gonna place my strap. Now I'm not gonna stitch all the way to the top because we still have to do the hem at the top. So I'm gonna leave a little bit. I use this little piece of card as a guide, but it's about 5-6 centimeters. So I'm just going back and top stitching the other side. That way the strap will gonna lie completely flat and not move. And it's also a great finish for the pocket. And since we already measured and cut it, the only thing we have to do is just place the other end at the bottom, and basically it's gonna create itself. So that's pretty easy to do. Once that is done, we're gonna do the same exact thing on the other side of the bag, and that way we have the 2 faces basically done. You could do 2 pockets if you wanted. I just did one for ease. And then we're gonna sew our strip all the way around. Very, very simple. Everything is measured exactly the same way. So the only thing you have to pay attention to is when you reach the corner to make sure that you stop with the needle down and turn the strap properly, so to not create any sort of crease or wrinkle, because otherwise it's gonna be difficult to get it out. And then just go and sew all the rest of the strip all around. So once we attach also the other side in the exact same way, we're just gonna quickly flip around the hem. And here you can see I have about 5-ish centimeters. So we could go and fold it all the way, but I'd like to leave a bit of sort of extra wiggle room. So I'm just gonna quickly fold about 3 centimeters all around. You can, if you want, mark it. Otherwise, you don't really have to. You can just measure it as you go. I just find easier. It's a little trick. So if you want to fold 3 centimeters, for example, you mark 6 on your inside. That way you already know where your fabric has to lay when you fold it. You fold all the way around and then just hem and stitch all our fabric like that. Again, very simple. It's just all edge stitching, and that's it. So since I had some extra time, I also added one of my labels, you know, just for prettiness. You could add a snap button as well on the inside if you wanted. It's just basically sort of a basic template for a tote bag. But yeah, this is the result. I am quite happy with it. Hope you liked it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Please like and subscribe. If you aren't, it's a great help for me. And yeah, that's it. I hope you liked it. I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.